Hello, I'm Beth Holtzman with the University of Vermont Extension New Farmer Project. This session is part of our Building Your Networks video series. The series is a collaboration of the New Farmer Project and the University of Vermont Agricultural Risk Management Program, and it is made possible by funding from the Northeast Extension Risk Management Education Center. These videos are designed to introduce you to resources that can help you launch and grow successful farm businesses. Our guests also share tips to building productive relationships with lenders, insurers, and USDA agency staff. We're here today with Jill Thomas to learn more about the USDA Farm Service Agency, its loan programs, and how it works with beginning farmers in Vermont. Jill, please tell us a little bit about yourself and your role with FSA.
Beth, thanks. Sure, I can. I'm Jill Thomas, Farm Loan Specialist working out of Colchester, Vermont. I'm an administrator of farm loan programs for both Vermont and New Hampshire. I've been with the agency for 19 years, in this position for 2, and prior to that, working directly with beginning farmers in the county office.
For beginning farmers, access to capital and credit is just so critical for business success. Can you talk a little bit about FSA's role as an agricultural lender, especially given what it takes to start and grow a new farm business?
Sure, Beth. Well, FSA is committed to all farmers and ranchers. However, there is a special focus on the credit needs of farmers who are in their first 10 years of operation. FSA targets a portion of its lending for financing needs of beginning farmers. FSA is considered the lender of first opportunity.
How does FSA define a beginning farmer?
FSA defines a beginning farmer as an individual or entity who has not operated a farm for more than 10 years and who substantially participates in the operation and who meets the eligibility requirements for the programs that they are applying for.
That's a pretty diverse group. We know that farms that are just starting up typically have different financial needs than those in operation for 8 or 9 years. Can you tell us a little bit about the FSA loan programs that fit different beginning farmer needs?
Sure, I can, Beth. Our direct lending programs offer loan opportunities falling into 3 major categories: microloans, operating loans, and ownership loans. Our microloans have a maximum amount of $50,000 each for operating and farm ownership, and it's an abbreviated application. Microloans are designed to meet the needs of small and beginning farmers for non-traditional operations. FSA microloans offer annual loans providing those needs for startups, for funding expenses such as seed, fertilizer, and other annual startup costs. The term is usually 1 year. Another example of this type of funding would be a project you may have with our sister agency, assisting with cost share funds until the project's paid. An example would be a high tunnel. FSA has the direct operating loan. There's a maximum amount of $400,000. It's a possible next step after a microloan. FSA direct operating loans can assist a beginning farmer with the transfer of from one generation to the next, funding the sale of chattel assets, livestock, machinery, and equipment. A direct operating loan offers favorable rates and terms. These also come in annual loans, which again, favorable rates and terms, and they finance those annual operating expenses, which are usually 1 year. The farm ownership loan, that's the maximum amount of $600,000. Again, favorable rates and terms. Ownership loans help farmers purchase farmland, construct or repair buildings and structures, and implement soil and water conservation measures and pay closing costs.
I've also heard that FSA offers loan guarantees. How does that work?
Our loan guarantee program helps access financing through commercial lenders, and it can provide access to larger loan amounts. The guaranteed loan program can help families obtain larger loans from a USDA approved commercial lender. FSA will guarantee both operating and farm ownership loans for this commercial lender up to $1,825,000. Also, there's a program called the EZ Guaranteed Loan that is available for smaller loans to help smaller or new diversified farms start up with their early financial assistance. This program is a simplified guaranteed loan application, and the cap is $100,000.
What are the key things first-time borrowers should know about how FSA works?
Well, I would say the tips here would be introduce yourself to FSA early. Make an initial phone call, introduce yourself, start the conversation regarding your farming enterprise. General questions can be discussed, and talk about the location you're at and what your farm operation is going to be. Also be prepared for the paperwork. Once you have the location of the farm in place, you want to establish a lease agreement. You want to probably do that with several years, because you're going to be taking out the operating loan. So make sure you've got a longer term lease if you can establish that. Our paperwork is significant at times, but all the information is needed to best analyze your farm operation. Do your business planning. Vermont is really fortunate to have technical service providers who can help you. You can find links to your business planning resources on the New Farmer website. Consider the pros and cons of working with the government agency. The pros would be that we have favorable rates and terms. Our current operating rate is 1.75. The maximum term is 7 years. Our farm ownership rate is 2.875, and the maximum term could be up to 40 years. And you also get to work with experienced ag lenders who are familiar with farm operations in Vermont. The cons, well, there is more paperwork than commercial lenders, and the process can be done at a slower pace. Now, once you are ready to submit your application, make sure you get in touch with your lender. That's key. Stay in touch with your loan officer. Let them know about your timeframes, their timeframes. And that's important, especially if you're doing one of those projects I talked about earlier with NRCS, to know their timelines and how you're going to be working. So it's a key. Communication with your loan officer. Very important.
What are the things that loan officers are looking for in a potential borrower?
So we could put that into the 5 C's of credit. It's a common way that lenders are going to review and look at an applicant. The 5 C's of credit go into such things as character. It includes your management ability, taking into consideration production, marketing, and financial skills. Also considering your credit history. How have you handled your current and past obligations? Capacity. A projected farm business plan reveals income levels that can pay expenses and repay the debt you incurred. Capital. A current balance sheet is the best source of this. Your capital position. What's your net worth? What are your total assets minus your liabilities? Then we consider collateral. The collateral assets you're purchasing with the loan funds. Also based on current market values and loan to value ratios, the collateral could include the assets you currently own and that are available for loan security. And then the last is conditions, the covenants of the loan, the promise to repay, secure the loan, and follow the guidelines established within the loan approval.
So how can beginning farmers learn more about FSA lending programs?
You can learn more by giving us a call or emailing us or setting an appointment up. We have 9 service centers located throughout Vermont. To find your local FSA office, go to the website shown here, and there you can find your closest FSA office and make sure you contact them. We love to hear from beginning farmers, and we love to try to help you get on a farm.
Thank you so much, Jill. This has been a great introduction to working with FSA. Managing financial risks is one important piece of building a resilient ag business. For more information about farm risk management, visit the UVM Agricultural Risk Management and Crop Insurance Education website. And thanks so much for watching.